Alright, so today we're going to do the laboratory exercise number 6, email configuration transmission of information using Cisco Packet Tracer. So number 1, after doing the experiment in Lab 5, we will now configure an email server. Make sure that the experiment is completed before proceeding with the experiment. So yes, this is the network that we use to configure on the laboratory number 5. Now we need to add one more server. Okay. So now we have to change the label of PC0 and PC1 as dynamic, PC2 as static. So that's already configured as dynamic and static. Okay, so the static, it should be configured as 172.16.0.90. Let's see if it's already configured. Alright. So the IP address is already set to 172.16.0.90. Make sure that the packet tracer is in real-time mode. It is. Now we're going to configure the email server. So first we have to change the name of the server. Email server mail.maes.edu. Change its global settings by setting its gateway to 172.16.0.1. Okay, 172.16.0.1. Then we go to Fast Ethernet. We'll change it to 172.16.0.40, and it should automatically fill up the subnet mask to 255.255.0.0. Now we go to services. We set the HTTP service. Both of them should be off. Set the DNS service to off. By default, this should be set to off. Then we go to the email. Set email SMTP and POP3 services to on. And change the domain to mail.amaes.edu. That's already changed. Now we're going to create 3 test accounts that we will use to test the emails. We'll set this first. Okay, so we're going to go on the first computer. Okay, so the first one will be user 1. The password should be password 1. We'll do the same process with the others. User 2, password 2. user 3, password 3. Number 6, configure 2 client computers using DHCP. So that's already set to DHCP. Second computer is also set to DHCP. Configure one PC in static routing by setting its gateway to 172.16.0.1. I believe that that's already set. And the DNS server to 172.16.0.11. Fast Ethernet's IP address is 172.16.0.90. And the subnet mask is 255.0.0. Alright, so now we're going to create or configure the email for the 3 accounts. Alright, so we're gonna do the first computer. So the name will be user1. The email format will be user.1 at mail.edu. Server will be mail.amaes.edu. Should be the same, amaes.edu. Username should be user1, and the password will be password1. Then we click save. Alright, so we're going to do the same process with the rest of the computers. User2, user.2 at mail.amaes.edu. Servers will be mail.amaes.edu, mail.amaes.edu. Username should be user2. And the password is password2. We're gonna do the last computer. The name will be user3. Account is user.3 at mail.amaes.edu. Server will be the same again, mail.amaes.edu. Account is user3. Password is password3. Click save. Okay. So now we need to add the 2 switches, connect the servers. One switch is connected to PC, and the other switch is connected to the servers that we have. So that's already added on the network. We have the switch 1 and the switch 2. We're going to connect the other server to the second switch. Okay. So now we're going to send the test email. On the 3 computers, and we're going to simulate the network. Okay, so that should be it. Repeat steps 1 to 10. Print screen a sample conversion of messages indicating that there is a connection. So I'm gonna do some test screenshots later on after this. Alright, so these are the screenshots I've taken just to test that the mail server is working fine. So the first screenshot is user 3 sent an email to user 1, and so user 1 had replied, and there.
I'm sorry?
So he said, "Good afternoon, thank you for reaching me. I was helping user 3 with testing your email. It appears that your email is working fine as well."
Just type in directly
And as we can see, you can also see the mailbox of the user. So the reply will be, "Thank you for helping me. I have no one else to talk about this. Are you available on Monday?"
Yes.
And the reply will be, "Yes, I'm available on Monday. Maybe we should talk to user 3 as well." And again, that will be the mailbox of user 2. So the reply was, "Thank you. I'm looking forward to meet both of you. Have a great day."
That's why then.
Okay, so now we're going to answer the 4 questions on the laboratory exam. First is, what is the email server? So basically the email server is the hub of all incoming and outgoing emails that came from the end users. So this is like the central gateway for everything that comes in and goes out. Number 2 is, how can we send information from one PC to another? Well, this is what we are discussing. We can send information from one PC to another by basically sending an electronic mail or basically an email. Number 3, what is the static routing? Well, static routing is a type of routing that specifically assigns an IP address to an end device. So instead of allowing it on a free flow, you will have to assign manually a specific IP address to that. And that should be in contrast with the number 4, dynamic routing. So your router assigns automatically an IP address to the end device. You don't need to configure anything. It will be done by the router itself. So yeah, that should be it. Have a great day.